What up? It's your boy Nate back with another one, another tier list. And I wanted to step away from sports because I found one that's very interesting. Okay. Now, when it comes to breakfast, growing up, I was a cereal connoisseur. I can admit, I have not had a bowl of cereal in maybe a year. I miss it. I do miss it. I take that back. It's probably been longer than a year. But understand, I have had several bowls of cereal in my life. I'm talking thousands, okay? I was that kid who I would rather have cereal for dinner if I had to. And I can say I've tried a variety of different brands. Some I liked, some I didn't like. So today we got a tier list showing you how I rate a couple of these different cereal brands, okay? With, of course, S being top tier, second tier, third tier, fourth tier, and fifth tier. And fifth tier is the cereal that I don't like or I've never had. But I will tell you, I've had a majority of these. I did go through the list. Some of these I've never even seen. And some of these, I may go buy a couple boxes when I leave here. I would never tell you guys to eat cereal for breakfast. Okay, we are healthy alternatives if possible, but there's nothing wrong with having a bowl of cereal from time to time. Okay, without further ado, we will get straight to it. All right, starting out with Apple Jacks. Okay, oh, Apple Jacks is it's not terrible, but it ain't the best either. They get soggy pretty fast. I'm gonna put them third tier, okay? Because I know there's better options than Apple Jacks, and it would be a shame for me to put other cereal. It'd be a shame for me to put this with better, like absolute for sure better brands. Okay, so this one here, Boo Berry. I can't say I've had it. It is a General Mills cereal. I can't say I've had Boo Berry, but what I will tell you right from the jump, I am not really a fan of marshmallows in my cereal. Okay, so you immediately probably thought Lucky Charms. What about Lucky Charms? We'll wait till we get to that point. So with this one here, though, it looks like chocolate with marshmallows. Not my thing. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here, but it's also because I've never had it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably won't like it. Plain Captain Crunch. Huh. I'm gonna go fourth tier. Plain Captain Crunch thing, I can't say has ever really been a cereal I really cared for. Because the other flavors are so much better. It's like that's the last one that I would pick. Okay. Crunch berries. Now we switch it up. All right. Now Crunch berries, I'm gonna go third tier. Crunch berries are really good. Okay. But all that it is the original with like little berry balls, and they're not like flavored or anything like that. I don't know. Third tier. Third tier for me. Sprinkled donut crunch. Now again, another this one. I don't know if this is new. I've never seen these. I've never had them. I think that I will have to go get these. Okay, I'm interested in these. I would like to try these. Okay, I'm thinking it's probably like a frosted Cheerio type of deal. Maybe got like sprinkle pieces of some sort on there, but I haven't had it, so I will put it there. Okay. Oops, all berries. Okay, that would be this. That would be Crunch Berries without the Captain Crunch original pieces in it. I'm going to put this in the C tier. I'm gonna put them in the C tier. Oh, well, yeah. See, I'll put them in the fourth tier basically, and I'll tell you the reason why. I really don't care for like the berry deal. Okay, the reason why I put the Crunch Berries up there is because you get this and that, so I can't put them all there. So I had to put those up. Okay, I would take the Crunch Berries over those. Alrighty, peanut butter crunch. Now for me, This is a top tier cereal, but I'm going to put it in tier two. But peanut butter crunch is in my top five. Okay, this is a cereal I love. It tastes like peanut butter. Um, it will destroy the roof of your mouth. It hurts after you eat a couple bowls of peanut butter crunch. But while eating it, it is amazing. But what happens after you eat them is quite terrible. All right, what else we got? Cheerios, plain old Cheerios. Healthy. Well, healthier, I would say. Very plain. I gotta put them in the D tier. Growing up, if I had these, I had to put sugar on them or something. I couldn't do it. I've never tried putting fruit in there. Um, I will acknowledge that it's probably the healthiest of the bunch as so far. But they're plain Cheerios. It's just it does nothing for me. Chocolate Cheerios. Okay, I will put this in the tier above that because it gave you it's similar, but you get that chocolate base. It's just a chocolate cereal, honestly. As it's just plain Cheerios, but they're chocolate. Frosted Cheerios. Okay, I'm gonna go third tier. I actually enjoy frosted Cheerios. Like I think they're really good. This is what I would imagine the sprinkle donut crunch may taste like. But what I like about frosted Cheerios is the milk is really good after. So it's a good bite. And then after, if you're a milk drinker, it's a pretty good after milk. We got here Rice Chex. Last here, that is oh, that's worse than plain Cheerios. Okay, it's like a wheatish. I don't know, nice crispy. I'll go on a limb and tell you this now. When it comes to Chex, the only way I can eat it is in the puppy chow form. You know, with the peanut butter and the chocolate. The cereal has never done anything for me. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and throw all of the Chex at the bottom. I wouldn't even a blueberry Chex. Like, come on now. Cinnamon Chex may be better. Okay. Again, I wouldn't buy that. So no. The Chips Ahoy cereal. I'm gonna go third tier. Um, I like them, but I was more of it was another cereal. What are they called? Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp. Okay. I would get the Chips Ahoy if they didn't have Cookie Crisp. Okay. It would be the backup to that. So, I enjoy it, but it's my second option so far as a cookie form of cereal. Okay. The Cinnabon cereal. I'm gonna go tier 4. Okay. And just like what I just said about the Chips Ahoy, not terrible, but it is not my go-to cinnamon cereal. So it wouldn't be I'm not going in the store and buying that unless they're out of my favorite cereal. I think I just gave it away for you, but we'll still move along. And here we are. The goat. The goat. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Give it up for the goat. The goat of cereal. Cinnamon Toast. Okay. All right. Okay. The goat of cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, I have so many stories. It takes me back as a young youth. What Cinnamon Toast Crunch did for me. I remember the first bowl I had. Story time. I had one of those bowls that had the straw. So you eat the cereal, then you drink it out the straw that's connected to the bowl. And I filled that thing to the rim with cereal. And with milk, I just filled it to the point where it's almost gonna fall over. One knock on Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you do have to eat that shit fast. It will get really. It's a big bowl though. If you got a really big bowl, the bottom, whatever. After that, 2 minutes has gone by, everything is soggy. But those first initial bites, within those 2 minutes, are the greatest bites of cereal you could ever taste in life. That is my first choice. Anytime I walk down the cereal aisle, I may just look over and stare I haven't bought cereal in a while, but I'll still go through and I'll just stare at the boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and just reminisce on how good it's been for me in my life. I'm gonna enjoy some of that after this. Okay, what we got? Oh, Cocoa Puffs, tier two. Cocoa Puffs, just like the peanut butter crunch, just the chocolate form, makes for an amazing chocolate milk after you've eaten the cereal. You want that milk to be ice cold. You may even want to put it in the freezer for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Maybe throw some ice cubes in there. Take the ice cubes back out. You don't want the water to get mixed in with the milk, but you get that real cold, and you pour it over top of that cocoa puffs, and you just go to town. Have a drink. Those would be my top three. I really don't even gotta finish this list, to be honest with you. But those would be my top three. And yeah, great memories. Oh, look, here we are. Cookie Crisp. Oh, whoa, let's say cornflakes. Get that shit out of here. Bottom tier. That is old people cereal. Cookie Crisp. Oh, tier two. Now we have it. It's like the tree. Oh, see how this is leveling off right here. Maybe what's next may go into see, but Cookie Crisp. Man, again, this is my first choice. This would be my second choice. If they don't have that cookie cereal, Cookie Crisp, man. Cookie Crisp is why I bake cookies today, and I may put them inside milk, and it's like making my own Cookie Crisp. Oh, such a good cereal. I really may go buy 4 boxes of cereal after this. But yes, those are just Cookie Crisp. They're so amazing, guys. Another roof breaker. Corn Pops, struggle cereal, I would say. Very, the taste is weird. It's like a honeyish type of deal. I don't really. I'm gonna put it in C, but I'm gonna put it here 4. It should be 5, but if it was in the house, I ate it. I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but thinking of what it may have gotten me through in starvation mode at times is why I will keep it up there. Oh boy. So Count Chocula, I'm gonna put it tier 4. Really good cereal. But again, I can't. I put it's just like the chocolate Cheerios. This is my top tier. Cocoa Puffs is top tier. Um, hmm. This is where you start to put it in order somewhat. I would move the chocolate Cheerios up to 3, just so Count Chocula is 4. Don't care for the chocolate marshmallows. Again, marshmallows is a minus point for me, anyways, so they drop down to 4. What the fuck? Absolutely not. Oat bran, crackling oat bran. Get that off of shelves immediately. Eggo maple syrup cereal. I've had it. Wasn't the biggest fan. You have syrupy milk at the end. I prefer my Eggo maple waffles to be the real deal. I'll put them there. I wouldn't buy those, but they aren't bad. Frankenberry. Again, just kind of like the Boo Berry. They don't do anything for me. Even as a kid, like I liked sweet. I like a sweet cereal, but just think of my level of sweet. The flavor is cinnamon here. The flavor is peanut butter here. The flavor is chocolate here. You got a cookie here. What the Frankenberry, Boo Berry? That doesn't do it for me. Oops, all berries, not terrible, but this is just no. French Toast Crunch, okay. I'm gonna put them tier 3 just because I don't feel like it belongs with the tier 2s. But I will say French Toast Crunch is really good. I would take this over the Eggos. That's the reason why I put it up here. Okay. A lot of my ranking is comparison. Oh boy, Fruit Loops. Now, Fruit Loops is one of those cereals. They were always on sale, so we always had Fruit Loops, Corn Pops, Apple Jacks, those three right there. Those three, they always had Walmart, Meijer, wherever you went, wherever you do your shopping at. Those three seem to always, and they're all Kellogg brand, Kellogg brand cereals. Kellogg always ran a deal on their cereals where you could probably get all three of those. But at one point, you probably could get all three of those boxes for $6. So we always had those three. And when you did catch these top four on sale, you stocked up. These three have gotten me through a lot of trenches. These two obviously being my favorite of the two. Corn Pops not as much, but Fruit Loops is actually good for a fruity cereal. They're actually good. I don't know if they're actually fruity though. I think they all taste the same. It's just you got the dyes, whatever that makes the color. Again, you get a sweet milk after you eat it. Not bad. I'm a Fruit Loops fan. Okay, I would buy Fruit. Oh, another one right here, Frosted Flakes. Okay, I'm gonna put Frosted Flakes again, a Kellogg brand. So this is like the big four. So Kellogg brand, I will put them two. I love Frosted Flakes. I love Frosted Flakes. Okay. Now I will say this though, I would take all three of these before Frosted Flakes, but Frosted Flakes grew on me as a child. When I didn't like it. I can think back and remember, I wasn't always a fan. I don't know if my taste buds started to change. At some point, Frosted Flakes became really good, and I started buying them on my own, and that's when I knew they were better. Okay, mini wheats, never was a fan. Okay, mini wheats have always been kind of gross to me. I don't like wheat flavored, even with the frosting on them. People eat these dry. I could never eat these dry. I think it's disgusting. No, I can't do it. And I don't even think there's a way you can make them taste good. Ugh, Golden Crisp, that's disgusting. Now, these have been in the house. This is the cereal box that's going to, you open it once, you may have a bowl. That one bowl is the last bowl. That box stays inside the cupboard until it's eventually thrown out. Not for me. I think those are absolutely disgusting. I know people who like them. I just assume that they eat ass. Golden Grams. I'm gonna go to tier 2. Okay. This is another one of those ones. Okay. I love me some Golden Grams. I'm gonna be real with you. They used to be my second favorite cereal behind Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Something about that golden, I don't even know how to explain a Golden Graham. It's amazing. So much so that I'm going to move it around here. It would be my third pick. Okay. I still will go peanut butter crunch before it. It would be my third pick. Okay. I love Golden Grams. Alrighty. Gorilla Munch. Kiss my. Absolutely not. Never had it. I wouldn't try it. Honey Bunches of Oat, honey roasted. Welcome to tier 2. Now, growing up, honey bunches of oats, it was marketed as a healthier cereal. Okay, you got your granola in there, you got your like bran flakes, whatever. Then you may have some form of some peanut, or not a peanut, like a half of a cat, whatever. The way that they market is supposed to be healthier than the other cereals. Okay. But whatever they do in the process of making these with the honey roasted on top, it completely changed the taste of the cereal. It becomes a sweeter cereal, and then it has those granola pieces in it. Oh, and it just sets it off. Okay. So good. They're usually more expensive than these other cereals for that reason. I think they're marketed. It's the way that they're marketed is yeah, so good. Oh, another one. Okay. Now I'm going to go tier 4, but I will say this. Honeycombs aren't terrible. They just aren't great. They just aren't good. They are okay. So if this was great, good, average, okay, bad, they would be okay. Okay. they're a little bit better than corn pops, but they aren't great. I wouldn't buy them, but they were another one of those cereals that were around. I'm starting to think that my parents just bought whatever was cheap, and it was usually cereals like this. They did get eight, but they weren't favorites. Like I didn't look forward in the morning. I wasn't that kid. It's like, oh, we got this in the house. I can't wait in the morning. I'm having a bowl of this. Well, if it was any of these in the tops, of course. But if it's like if honeycombs was in the house and it was like, man, I can't wait till I give me a bowl of honeycombs in the morning. It never crossed my mind as a child. Ugh, no, Honey Nut Cheerios. Lord Jesus. I'm gonna go tier three. But another one, marketed as a healthier cereal, but unlike original Cheerios, whatever they do, just kind of like the honey, but whatever they do with the honey drizzle on these cereals that they coat it with, it completely changes the cereal, because this is like an oat. Okay, it's 100% grainish oat, whatever, I don't know. But whatever the honey, however the honey is glazed on there, completely sets it off and turns it into a really good cereal. Okay, I would buy Honey Nut Cheerios. Not my first choice, obviously, but I would buy those. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, they made the donut cereal. Okay. Oh, what just happened? The donut cereal. Where did you just go? Right here. You know what? I'm actually gonna leave it. I will leave it here. No, I will say this. I haven't tried it, but I do. Oh no, probably not. I don't know. They're the powdered ones. I thought they were like the glaze. I can't say I've had them, but I would be open to trying them, and I think that I would like them because I'm thinking that it's kind of like a frosted Cheerio, I would imagine. But I would put it here and not there because I would pick frosted Cheerios over this because I know that I love frosted Cheerios. So I'm gonna go there. Okay. Go lean. No. Okay. Now this is a better cereal. This is probably a cereal that I would eat. Not that I would eat, that I probably should eat at this point in my life as a 33-year-old on a fitness journey. It's marketed as healthy, shows you the grams of protein and everything, the sugar content. I just no, I couldn't do it. Oh, another one of those ones. Kicks. Ugh, no, no. They again, they're one of those things like a Cheerios. You had to put you had to add flavor to it. You had to put sugar on it or something like that. If not, it had a weird taste to it. And I'm not hating on Kicks. It's just yeah, I'm hating on Kicks. I could never eat something like that again. Craves, okay. I'm going to put them in four, but what I will say about Craves is the these I think the Craves are actually better dry. Okay. And the reason for it is because that outside layer kind of starts to disintegrate and you get that chocolatey inside. And I don't know, it tastes weird without the coating of the shell over it. It's like you're just eating chocolate and milk. Okay. So I would go there. I wouldn't buy those. And all the life cereals, tier five. No, 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 no. Even the cinnamon ones. No. Who is this? Lucio? I wouldn't try those. I've never had them either. But interesting. Lucky Charms. Okay. I'm gonna go tier four. Not a marshmallow fan, as you all know. But, but I can say I've enjoyed a bowl of Lucky Charms, but it's not my favorite. It's nowhere near my favorite. It's not something that again, like, I don't look forward to it. My brother, that's his favorite cereal. But the marshmallows, they get all mushy. And what I will say is the cereal the cereal portion of Lucky Charms, not bad. It's the marshmallows that really throw it off. Okay. Nutty Butters. I'm gonna go tier 4. Not bad. It's just I would much rather have the cookie itself. I love Nutter Butter cookies. Them as a cereal counterpart, not so much. Not so much. Same with the Oreo O's. Not terrible. Not terrible. It's just not my go-to. I don't look at this the same way I look at a Cookie Crisps, for example. Or you know what? I take it back. I'll put it up here with the Chips Ahoy cookies because they're similar to me. Okay, so I'll put them in the same tier 3. Nothing too special. It's like a chocolate cereal with like a glaze over top of it, which is supposed to represent the cream, I guess. Pause. But you put that on the milk. Let's go. What's next? Cocoa Pebbles. Yes. Now we found our way back up to tier 2. Now, Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs, to me, they're a tie. They are a tie within the chocolate community of cookies. I mean, of cereal. You can't go wrong with either. They both get. This one's gonna destroy the roof of your mouth, and this one's gonna get soggy as shit. So what I will say is you won't have pain after eating these. The Cocoa Pebbles, you just got to eat them fast. The Cocoa Puffs, if you like a good crunch, you're going to love the Cocoa Puffs. But you go have to eat them real slow, and you go have to eat them at your jaw, because if you eat them up, yeah. Fruity Pebbles, okay. We'll put it here. So what I'm going to do is this. My tier 1 is going to be the cereal. This is going to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch by itself, because I just look at that as like the GOAT. And as much as I want to put Peanut Butter Crunch and Fruity Pebbles up there with it, because these are my rotationary 3, where if I go grab any one of those boxes, I'm happy. Or even with the Golden Grams, but I would pick these 3 over. I take the back because I said Golden Grams earlier. So if I was to pick either of these, walking through the store, if I grab any one of these, I'm not disappointed. Okay, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my first choice, but I'm not disappointed grabbing either of those. Okay, Fruity Pebbles are amazing. That is the one what's supposed to be fruity cereal. I think they all taste the exact same, but I think that is the one fruity like cereal that reigns supreme. If you were to ask me, Fruit Loops, not bad, but what they do does not match up to the Fruity Pebble Pop-Tart cereal. Can't say I've had them, but I'm not a big fan of Pop-Tarts, believe it or not. They don't really do it for me. Yeah. Pop-Tarts don't really do it for me. Can't say I've ever tried them with milk, but I also don't know if I would want a small version of a Pop-Tart, considering I don't like the normal size version of them. Raisin Bran, I'm gonna put them bottom tier. Again, healthier cereal, but I feel like that's like an older person cereal brand. Now, the Raisin Bran Crunch, okay, that's different. That is tier 3 different. And the reason for it, no, I won't do that. It's tier 4 different. I was considering putting it tier 3 because I used to enjoy a bowl of Raisin Bran Crunch because you get that granola added to it and it completely changes it. But when you remember what you're eating, it is just Raisin Bran with a granola piece in there. It is still a bland cereal. Those raisins do not do much for flavor, but the granola does. So I will put it tier 4. Reese's Puffs. Welcome to tier 2. Another one of those ones, okay? You got the peanut butter crunch and you got the cocoa puff mixed together, fused as one. Bang. Okay? You can't go wrong. Better yet, let's move you on over. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right. Whatever. These don't even matter to order, okay? It's up there. Reese's Puff is up there. Man. Rice Krispies. Plain. No. Okay, you got to add sugar to them. Cocoa Krispies, tier 4. when you got the choice to get the Cocoa Puffs or the Cocoa Pebbles, you don't go get Cocoa Crispy. Those when we had those in the house, what we did is we turned on the stove, we melted up some marshmallow, we poured that cereal in there, and we made some Rice Krispie treats. That's what we use Krispies for. Did make for a good bowl of cereal. S'mores, I've had them. Nothing too special. Tier 4 at best. Sour Patch Kids cereal, I can't say I've had them. I'm open to it, but I feel like it may be too sweet for a gentleman my age. The Special K's, they're automatically tier 5. You can't promote a healthy bowl of cereal to me. Same with the mini wheats. It's just not for me. Tricks, I'm going to go tier 4. Tricks aren't terrible. It's like a fruitier cereal with a coating of sugary something on there. Not terrible, just not something I really cared for. I would prefer a bowl of Fruit Loops over the Tricks. A Waffle Crisp, nah, never. I've had them; they weren't my thing. Again, it's just like the Egos to me. It didn't really do much for me. And the Wheaties, they say eat your Wheaties, you'll be strong. No, no, they're plain and they're disgusting. And I hope I don't get sued for speaking down on these cereal brands. But this is my tier list, okay? If you don't like my picks, you make your own tier list and you put in the comments how you didn't like mine or where you would have put something else, and that's fine. I'll comment back. I'll go back and forth with you guys on your cereal opinions. But this is my cereal tier list right here, and I'm not making any changes. I enjoy this, and this is the way I would do it. Okay. And with that being said, Cinnamon Toast Crunch number 1 in this order. Okay, if you were to get me a gift, and I accept cereal as gifts, this is the way I would want it. Okay, you start here. If they don't have that, you go here, then here, and then here down the line. Yeah, feel free to reach out to me. You can send me boxes through PO Box, and I will do a review and tag you in that review of me eating the box of cereal you sent me. All right. Without further ado, guys, and that one, I'm really tired, guys. I gotta go to bed. I'm up late making a video about cereal. That kind of goes to show you where my life is right now. Yeah, so on that note, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.